This seed gives you a very unique and interesting spawn because your spawn is located literally right here, and right here doesn't necessarily seem too innovative or too interesting or anything like that, but when we take a few steps back, then we might notice the fact that we are completely surrounded by nothing but sheer steep mountains completely surrounding us in this singular bowl of spawn, with fortunately enough just enough land and just far enough down to the point where it isn't completely covered in snow, meaning if you want to make the most out of like a very compact survival start, then this seed definitely has you covered in that area. It also has you covered in many other different types of areas too, such as the fact that there's this very obviously exposed dripstone cave we can see right here, including some very obviously exposed humongous mountains surrounding our mountainous spawn. Looking at most of the directions from spawn, we could see pretty much mainly mountains off in that direction and then off in this direction too. And the areas that don't have mountains have plenty of unique biomes you might want to use for your spawn in the case you don't want to have to do too much traveling outside of it. Then fortunately enough, you do have quite a number of biomes that's within arm's reach and getting yourself to, such as that mega taiga, such as maybe that cherry forest, and such as maybe like that one village we can see right the way down there. And of course, right past this cherry blossom biome is a whole bunch more mountains we can see around the place. Some frozen, some not quite so frozen, but still some very high elevations we can see around the place. And even the slightly less vertical areas still have some incredibly interesting terrain generation, such as this huge cave entrance we could see sitting itself literally just right here, which actually merges all the way over to this huge cave entrance we can see over here too. Both of which lead into humongous dripstone caves, and both of which have really massive openings, and both of which are within reasonable distance to other really open and really watery caves such as this one we can see right here. And typically we might see something like this next to, like, say, an ocean or something like that, but nope, this is just one river passing itself right past these humongous entrances we can see around the place. And there's actually quite a lot of interesting cave generation we could see around the spawn of this world, such as maybe this huge cave entrance we could see right here, the ones we saw earlier, the ones we'll see right now with this huge opening, with that huge opening. There's a lot of just cave around like the vicinity of spawn. Maybe it's something to do with the fact that it's generated next to huge quantities of mountains or something like that, but whatever the case, you are pretty set when it comes to the cave generation inside this one seed, including the mountain generation we have obviously been able to see, including the village generation, because right by spawn, this one mountain or that one mountain is your spawn, and you are surrounded by two separate villagers, two separate and different biome villages you can get yourself really easy access to. And all of this comes from a very interesting and unique spawn you could actually use inside this Minecraft world. So yeah, check it out for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.